this moment, the dog trainer's personal safety is under threat. He forcefully kicks the dog away. The dog ignores the trainer's defense, undeterred even after being slapped, and continues to charge forward. The female owner hastily gets up to intervene, but the trainer signals her not to approach. Approaching would only further provoke the dog's attack desires. The dog, not scared off by the man, turns the tables, making the trainer uneasy. It moves its bulky body and runs towards a distance. The trainer kindly advises the elderly to return indoors, then blocks the dog under the table. Though displeased, the dog doesn't dare to step out. After an hour of standoff, the female owner discovers a wound on the trainer's arm. The wound is inflicted by Kun, a 4-year-old English bulldog. Kun had bitten its owner at 1 year old due to a lack of control measures, leading to increased aggression. Gradually, Kun became the tyrant of the house, preventing guests for 3 years due to its strong hostility towards strangers. The female owner attempts to control Kun but is cautious not to go too far. When Kun can bite guests, it redirects its anger towards the owner. Whenever it brings a blanket onto the sofa, the owner sits on the floor, and even the elderly bring chairs to sit on the side. Seeing her mom on a chair, the female owner feels uncomfortable and quickly takes away the blanket to guide the dog to move away, allowing the elderly to stand out. Grandma is terrified of the dog because Kun bit her in the bathroom not long ago. During the attack, Grandma slipped and fell heavily, resulting in an urgent trip to the hospital. The outcome was a concussion for Grandma, intensifying fear and dislike for the family's small dog. After this incident, Grandpa harbors strong aversion towards the dog, and the female owner acknowledges the family's fear of the dog.
다른 데 보낼 수는 없으니까 어차피 제가 이름을 붙여준 거잖아요. 그래서 이름을 붙여줬으니까 끝까지 책임을 져야 되겠다.
When the doorbell rang, Kun shot out like a heavy projectile. Now, the female owner's fear is not of external threats, but that Kun will chew and swallow items. Once, a sock stayed in its stomach for 10 days before being vomited out. The female owner frequently takes Kun to the hospital for checkups, always finding foreign objects in its stomach. Watching the dog undergo surgery brings tears to the female owner's eyes. This time, Kun managed to eat the legs of a squeaky chicken toy. The dog's issues lead the female owner to seek the help of a dog trainer, who is reluctant to train a bulldog. The trainer, after assessing the situation, heads to the owner's house. Seeing Kun, even the trainer is surprised by its massive size. Comparable to a pit bull, Kun roams by the fence, emitting loud roars. The trainer removes his outerwear, has the female owner put a muzzle on Kun, and then steps into the living room. A silent standoff ensues between the trainer and the dog. The trainer makes the first move, and the dog responds aggressively. However, after the attack, the dog realizes it can chew the shoe and retreats. The trainer advises the female owner on the dog's issues, and the dog is returned to its owner. During the explanation, the dog moves towards the trainer again. The trainer, aware that Kun attacks without warning, quickly grabs its collar. The dog, controlled, starts shaking vigorously, showcasing its strength and sharp teeth. During the struggle, the muzzle unexpectedly falls off. The trainer grabs a leash from the ground as Kun grabs the trainer's wrist. With a forceful shove, the trainer pushes the dog away, causing it to release feces involuntarily. Kun realizes the person in front is not easy to deal with and refrains from launching another attack. Grandpa and Grandma check if the trainer is bitten, relieved to find him unharmed. Now, to address the dog's issues, the female owner must follow several steps. Firstly, Kun needs to lose weight, and feeding should be limited to once a day. Excessive love from the owner only worsens Kun's problems. From now on, the dog is not allowed on the sofa. Its proper place is the crate. The dog, upset, growls on the ground as the trainer touches its crate. Attempting to jump on the sofa, the dog is surprised by the trainer's swift action. The trainer forcefully restrains the dog, making it anxious. Kun pants and stands in the corner, observing the trainer's every move. Grandma laughs, relieved that someone is finally dealing with Kun. Grandpa joins in the laughter, but the female owner is teary-eyed. The trainer advises the female owner to be firm in attitude and correct in action. Next, the owner needs to establish who the leader is in the house. The trainer walks Kun around the house, facing resistance. Suddenly, Kun issues a low growl as the trainer forcefully moves it. The dog retaliates fiercely, attacking the trainer's foot. The trainer raises the leash, calming the dog with one hand while patting its body. The dog lifts its hat, gradually calming down from its anger. The trainer then commands the dog to sit, but it shows no response. Just as he squats down, Kun, who had recently calmed down, is once again provoked. Seizing the opportunity, the trainer grabs the collar as the dog violently twists its body in resistance. However, The trainer didn't anticipate the force applied would cause the collar to slip off, prompting the female owner to panic and quickly stand up. On this side, the trainer uses a foot to block the dog's attack, then lifts his foot again as Kun continues its relentless assault. The trainer instructs the female owner to retreat behind him. Sensing trouble, the dog turns and attempts to flee, but the trainer has no intention of stopping. He warns the two elderly individuals to leave to avoid getting hurt. The dog cowers, hiding under the table, barking to warn the trainer not to approach. The trainer, without unnecessary actions, sits on a chair, preventing the dog from escaping. After a prolonged standoff, Kun has already calmed down from its excited state. The trainer calls the female owner to put a leash on the dog. Returning to the living room, the training continues. It's only now that the female owner notices a fresh wound on the trainer's arm, scratched by the dog during the previous struggle. At this moment, the female owner realizes that excessive indulgence not only harms the dog, but also jeopardizes the safety of others and family members. She looks at the trainer's wound, feeling full of guilt. Now, it's the challenging part for the dog trainer. This English bulldog is extremely stubborn. The trainer keeps walking the dog around the house, repeatedly commanding it to lie down. Although Kun suppresses its attacking instincts, it shows no response to the trainer's commands. After 5 hours of training, Grandma can't endure and goes to rest in the bedroom, while the trainer continues training in the living room. This profession indeed requires considerable endurance and patience. Finally, after the trainer repeats the lie down command, Kun slowly complies. A single instance might be a coincidence. The trainer lifts the dog from the ground, changes position, and issues the command again. This time, Kun, acknowledging the trainer's persistent efforts, properly lies down. The initial result is achieved. The trainer hands the leash back to the female owner, but Kun ignores her commands. The female owner tries to make the dog spin in place, but it refuses to obey. The trainer instructs the female owner to press against the dog with her leg while making it spin. Then, she walks the dog away and back, and the trainer commands Kun to lie down again. Finally, at this moment, it obeys its owner. The female owner immediately praises the dog. Later, the trainer calls to guests to help with the training. There is notable progress when strangers are introduced into the house. Although Kun doesn't rush and roar as before, its breathing accelerates noticeably. The female owner moves with the dog inside to reduce its excitement. Upon returning, she firmly commands the dog to lie down, and it responds promptly. However, when a female guest enters the living room, Kun gets excited again. The female owner remains calm, tightly holding the leash, and confidently calls the dog's name. This time, she doesn't even need to command lie down. Quickly adjusting its mood, Kun willingly lies down. Even the female owner finds it hard to believe the significant change within half a day. She finally experiences the joy of being a true owner. With this, the training concludes. The female owner promises to reduce excessive emotional investment, feeding the dog only once a day. She also vows to learn the trainer's patience, believing that with her efforts, Kun will become a well-behaved dog someday.